Hi, my name is Abi Gardiner, and today I'm going to be going over my final for the analysis of your Google merchandise website. So, first of all, the Google merchandise site is an e-commerce, and it sells Google and other themed shirts, bags, mugs, notebooks, and so much more. My personal assumption before diving deep into this was that majority of visitors use Windows over Mac. They primarily are from the United States, they speak English, and the gender ratio would be in favor of men over women. These assumptions that I made were based off my knowledge of Google and its average target market. When I actually took a look at the Google Analytics, here's what I found. It was pretty similar to what I was thinking, that Windows was only 3% more used than Macintosh, which was a little bit of a surprise to me. 63.25% speak English, 49% are in the United States, and that was the majority. 79.28% use Chrome as their browser, and 61.85% are male users and visitors over the female. The key performance indicators that we came up with, aka the KPIs, for this site, in regards to the fact that it is a online merchandise store, it was really important to make sure that the user friendliness of the store was like beyond exceptional, because if people are getting frustrated on the website as they're trying to purchase things, they're going to leave and not complete a purchase. Obviously, the conversion rate is very important. This is when people actually check out and purchase something from the store. Unique and new visitors, and we chose this because this store has unique clothing and merchandise items that don't need a lot of purchases. So the more people that visit the website and learn about the store, the better. The speed of the site, because if people are waiting too long, we are a society full of needing what we want right away. So the attention span would be lost. And then successful paid advertisements. This was looking at the Google ads that were done. So when I did my analysis of the site and what was actually going on, the user friendliness was successful. The website is simple, it's easy to understand and navigate, and there are no operating errors that I could find. The conversion rate could use a little bit of work. 29% of visitors completed a transaction out of 20,918. So that came out to be 6,066 purchases. While this did meet the goal of, or exceed the goal actually, of 3,201 transactions, it didn't, it went above and beyond for the conversion rate percentage, which was, the goal was 15.3%, while the transactions was 3,201, and that did not complete our goal. And although the percentage reaches it, the number of purchases does not. Unique and new visitors was successful. We had 78.12%. The speed of the site could use a little bit of work. The average page load time was approximately 5.72 seconds. This is getting on the edge of losing people's attention. And then the primary browser, and I'll go over this in the next slide or two, the primary browser, which is Chrome, which we saw before, is one of the slowest load times to this site. So this is something to look into, because if majority of people are using Chrome and they're having the slowest time, that's not good. Successful paid advertisements wasn't so successful. Only 0.07% resulted in an actual conversion, and you guys spent $9,371 on this. So I'll go over some recommendations in just a minute. This is just showing the new and returning visitors. As you can see, with 78.12% as said that were new, and returning was 21.88%, which is a little bit surprising on how high that is, but maybe people were looking for more gifts or had never purchased the first time that they had visited. This is showing that average page load time that I mentioned before. As you can see, Firefox was the fastest, then Edge, then Safari in-app, Internet Explorer, and then Chrome. 4.07 seconds is not too bad though, but if there's a way to make it even faster, then we should look into that. So overall, the website is very successful. However, there are a few recommendations that I would have to go above and beyond. Number one would be to consider working with influencers. Find some influencers that have the same following of the ideal target market, which if we were to make a persona out of this, it would be a college or recent graduate male named Joshua who studied or is working in the tech field, and sometimes maybe he plays video games and stuff like that, and he's looking for some Google merchandise just for fun for himself, and or some friends or coworkers. You would reach out to these influencers that have a big following and offer them a free product to talk about it on their either streaming services if they stream, their YouTube, their social media, whatever following they have, and encourage those users and use a unique link with that influencer so you can see how much you are gaining out of that, rather than only using and relying on Google Ads. Secondly, the site works and it's functionable, but it could use a little bit of an attention-grabbing homepage. This would allow people to stay on the site a little bit longer. And then lastly would be to start an email list. So when people go to the homepage, I recommend a little pop-up that recommends or offers a little bit of a discount, say 10% if they enter in their email address. And then later on, you can use this database of email addresses to promote to them later on with more promotional emails, and this is a low cost for that email database and could get more returning visitors, because right now it is mainly new people visiting the site rather than repeating customers. So this would help increase that repeating customer data and users.